What's up, everybody? It's your favorite gay-looking straight guy, Hunter Avalone here, still waiting for my representation in a Disney movie. In case you haven't noticed, Disney is currently being hailed for a new movie featuring their first out gay character again. The movie in question is Disney's Cruella, another live-action remake about the origin of the villain from 101 Dalmatians. The gay character everyone is excited about is a guy named Artie. He's Cruella's fashion-obsessed best friend, and although the actor is gay in real life, the character is actually never confirmed to be gay, or has any relevance whatsoever. Actor John McCree, who plays Cruella's fashion-obsessed friend Artie, stated, "It depends on who you're asking, I suppose, but for me, yes, it's official, he's queer, but we don't see him falling in love. There's no social aspect to the character, it's not beating you on the head with a stick." This is a familiar trope with Disney. Throughout the past few years, we've seen multiple movies getting attention for featuring the first gay character. From Toy Story 4, Finding Dory, Beauty and the Beast, to The Rise of Skywalker, countless times Disney has inserted these meaningless hints at a character potentially being gay for the first time. It goes without saying that Disney cares about money. It's a corporation first and foremost. They don't have morals, and yes, they are virtue signaling. But here's where Disney began creating their gay problem. Disney is trying really hard to play all sides with this issue. They obviously recognize that the gays are hip and cool with the kids, so they want to cash out on that. The only issue with that is Disney may line their pockets with US dollars, but what about yen? Disney tends to have an international, holistic view when creating movies, and it's no secret that sometimes movies that flop in the US still earn a lot from theaters overseas. But a lot of foreign countries impose censors that block depictions of gay individuals, which could hurt Disney's global profit margins. So Disney has a choice: either make some movies with gay people and risk hurting your profits overseas, or don't, and risk hurting your profits in the US. Posed with a seemingly impossible choice, Disney chose both. Disney formulated a plan to try and make everyone happy. The trend for the past few years has been Disney inserting these meaningless hints at someone's sexuality just enough so they can get a few US brownie points. And of course, you have your desperate Twitter users who are so thrilled to see something that could be interpreted as gay, they don't even ask any questions. They just get super excited. Beggars can't be choosers. For example, people were excited when Zootopia featured two antelopes living together in a house. That was it. Toy Story 4 flashed two moms dropping their kid off in the background for a split second. Twitter was like, "OMG, Toy Story 4, they have a lesbian couple. My heart is weeping. There was a lesbian in the background. OMG, this is what I live for. Yes, queen." Outside of these terminally online spaces, us normal people know that Disney's hollow virtue signals are just that, hollow, and more importantly, meaningless. Plenty of LGBT advocates and publishers recognize that these split-second throwaway scenes are weak and ineffective. Even more so, in Disney's attempt to play all sides, they also need to contradict themselves. They claim to be committed to LGBT acceptance, and they toss these tepid little signals at LGBT undertones, but when push comes to shove, Disney loves profit a lot more than they love equality. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker was another movie claiming to feature the first same-sex kiss scene in the Star Wars movies. And yeah, the movie had two women briefly kissing in a crowd of people at the end. Then Disney cut the scene for the Singapore release. Singapore's media regulatory body told the BBC that Disney cut the scene so it didn't get a higher age rating. The applicant has omitted a brief scene which under the film classification guidelines would require a higher rating, said a spokesperson from IMDA. Without the kiss, the film is rated PG-13 in Singapore. This of course got Disney some flack here in the US for their phony and corporate commitment to LGBT acceptance and equality. What's perhaps even funnier in all of this is the fact that even though Disney has been hardcore pussyfooting around a gay character, catching heat from advocate groups in America, trying to make money overseas while appeasing the cancel mob here. Conservatives are on the opposite end of all of this. You see, they're angry at Disney for daring to indoctrinate children with the spooky LGBT agenda that gay people exist. For example, Disney Pixar released Onward, and although the whole movie was forgettable, the gay scene, quote, was even more so. Police Officer Spectre, voiced by Lena Waithe, has been heralded as Disney Pixar's first openly gay character. Her lines include, "It's not easy being a parent. My girlfriend's daughter got me pulling my hair out, okay?" That's it. That's Pixar's first gay character. Cause, you know, the police officer said, "my girlfriend." Despite the fact that this was the most insignificant throwaway line, the film was banned in 4 Middle Eastern countries, and conservative Christian groups here in America organized petitions to boycott the film, all because of this tiny, insignificant scene. The petition was sent to the Disney CEO, and it read, "I do not agree with the LGBTQ agenda you are pushing on families in the upcoming movie Onward. My family and I will not watch this film. Disney has left conservative and Christian families no other choice but to avoid Onward, since it goes against our beliefs and values." Boo-hoo! Equality goes against my bigoted values! Call the wambulance! We hear a lot about shoving the gay agenda down our throats, but what it really comes down to is bigots don't want to see gay people on screen. That's it! They don't care if it's subtle or shoved down our throats. It's about not liking gay people. Seriously, imagine unironically being worried that for 4 seconds, Billy will see 2 CGI-rendered male fish swimming together, and before you know it, he's grown up advocating for kink at Pride. Disney's gay problem is simply that they won't commit. Not every movie has to be explicitly gay or something, but let's stop acting like Disney throwing a background character in a movie and saying, "he's gay," is some big step forward. You may be wondering why I even care all that much, but at the end of the day, it's because representation is really important. Firstly, everyone recognizes that media can play a role in normalizing certain behaviors, good or bad. Even the petition against Disney was arguing that they were, quote, normalizing the gay agenda. One study suggested that romantic comedy films featuring men behaving in a stalker-like way can make women more likely to tolerate real-life obsessive behavior. Media can normalize both good and bad things, and in this case, I want the media to help further normalize LGBT people. Disney quickly flashing gay people in the background is doing more to normalize gay people than doing nothing at all, but it's a low bar to set for a company that claims to champion LGBT equality. A good example is back in the late 60s. Star Trek featured a black woman and a white man kissing. Showrunners were worried about a bad reaction to the episode from Southern viewers, and they even tried to reshoot the scene, this time keeping the kiss off screen. Both actors, however, decided to purposely mess up their lines, so the first shoot would have to be used. The episode ended up being a massive success. The kiss between actors William Shatner and Nichelle Nicholas in Plato's Stepchildren would help change attitudes in America about what was allowed to be shown on TV, and made an early statement about the coming acceptance of interracial relationships in the United States, still struggling with racism and civil rights. The kiss scene suggested that there was a future where these issues were not such a big deal, said Eric Deggans, national television critic for National Public Radio. The characters themselves were not freaking out because a black woman was kissing a white man. In this utopian-like future, we solved this issue. We're beyond it. That was a wonderful message to send. In an attempt to do everything right, Disney did everything wrong. Normalization is crucial, but it has to be done right to have a long-lasting positive effect. Unfortunately, Disney has only made their gay problem worse. Trying to virtue signal to the Twitter space and line their pockets overseas at the same time ultimately just pissed everyone off. So what exactly can we learn from this? Well, representation is important and should absolutely be encouraged, but don't expect some massive and meaningful change to come from a multi-billion-dollar corporation trying to make a quick buck. Don't get outraged if Disney doesn't show a gay person long enough, and don't get outraged if they do. Ultimately, Disney is a heartless corporation coldly generating profit, hiding behind pixie dust and rainbows. Thank you everybody for watching. Please give this video a like, comment below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all soon. Peace.